Hello, my Inky friends. It's Cindy Lynn with my Inky Fingers. Thank you so much for joining me today on my YouTube channel and blog. If you are new here, welcome. Today, I am calling all of my spritzing, splattering, spraying, distressing, resisting fans, Tim Holtz lovers, Inky Finger lovers. I'm calling you all. If you know me and you watch my channel, you know that I tend to concoct a lot of recipes to help save us money, like recently the Tim Holtz Distress Oxide Spray. I'll link that for you. I actually did a watercolor piece with the inks I made, the Distress Oxide inks. This was on that piece. Now, I have to be honest, this isn't really as much as a DIY as it is a dupe, because I was thinking about concocting a totally different recipe that's not working out. It'll probably never come to fruition, but I have a product that I thought, wait a second, I think it's the same. So mine yellowed, which isn't the end of the world because I got it on Amazon. It's yellowed, but you know what? I can use it for other products. But I went out on a hunt to find that product of the best quality I could, did a lot of research online, and I have come up with something that is going to be so inexpensive. You guys are going to love it. This is about 12 bucks Canadian for 2 ounces. You're going to be able to make 2 ounces for less than 5 bucks. It is absolutely awesome. You can put shimmers in it. You can put micas. You can dye it if you want. I'm not sure why you'd want to dye it, but maybe you want to dye it. I'm going to show you what I've done with them, and then I'm going to tell you what it is. So first things first, I want to talk about spritzers, because not all spritzers are alike. And not all spritzers, I don't know if there's any spritzers that are going to work perfectly with this product, because this product is very, very sticky. If you know what this product is, you know that it dries clear, but is very sticky when it's wet. And I'm going to show you. Here's what it looks like when it dries clear. Now, this is on white cardstock, but it's meant to be blended on or splatter ink on it or do some kind of mixed media. And what happens is whatever is dried underneath this Distress Resist will remain the color that the paper is, okay? So imagine this on your galaxy backgrounds, your night skies. You'd have all these perfectly white stars after you've blended. Now, they say that you can rub it off with a towel or a chamois or a paper towel after your ink is dry, but I find that if you use the industry blender brushes, the brush actually does all the work for you. I've not wiped these off at all. But my product that I have found is basically no different. You can see it's white, white, white. You can blend over it. The only difference is I was very heavy-handed with my splatter on this one as opposed to this one. But the best part about this is not only did I find this in gloss, just like the Tim Holtz Distress Resist, I found it in matte, which is a game changer, because the matte is perfect for the mixed media and the grungy type stuff and Halloween even. I mean, imagine that. It doesn't have to be shiny. And again, we're going to be able to add shimmer to these. But back to the spritzer, okay? I have found that my Tim Holtz spritzer, it doesn't spray anymore. And I know I can almost hear you guys going down in the comments already. I'm sure that if I soaked this thing with the chamber and everything in warm water, give it a scrub and whatnot, I'm sure it would release. Well, I say I'm sure, but I'm really not sure. I think it will, but I'm too lazy to try. And frankly, I don't really use this for spraying. I use it more for splattering. My bottles are still spraying. One of them is the matte seems to be a little thicker than the gloss. So you'll see the spray is a little different. And you know what? If it gums up, I'm not worried about it. If yours gum up, you can definitely soak them in some water, because the Tim Holtz one Ranger does the exact same thing. So let me pull out some, I've got colored cardstock. So I'm going to pull out some blue so that you guys can actually see what this does. I can't spray it because it's gummed up. But I am going to do what I do with all my splatters on all my other videos, is I'm going to pull this out and I'm going to splatter it. Now, the more liquid that is on this little mechanism inside, the bigger your splatter is going to be. So if you just do a quick dip and rub it along the inside as you're coming out, as you can see, you're going to get very little splatters. If you give it a good dip and pull it out right away, see there, you're going to get bigger splatters, okay? So depending on the type of splatter you want, that's pretty much universal with all my little spritzers and splatter things. So there is your splatter for the Tim Holtz Distress Resist. Now we'll do the Inky Resist in gloss. And this one here, it will spray. I'm just reading my label, make sure I've got everything right. Watch your nozzles. I am notorious for spraying myself in the face. I haven't done it with these yet, but give it time. So I don't know why I shake them either, but I think it's just habit. I want to shake things. So here is your spritz. Now, just a quick tip. If you're wanting to spritz things on cardstock, you should actually have a little spritzer of water handy and spritz the back first. So when you spritz the front, both sides are moist, and then it shouldn't curl on you. I'm going to put that back down in there, and I'm going to do some, I sprayed more water on the back than I needed to, so it's curling the opposite way, but put a few spritzes, or excuse me, a few splatters down there. So now, as you can see, I've got one of each, okay? Now, when it comes to the matte resist, I'm going to give this just a light misting on the back. And then this one here, I find the trajectory of the spray is much different than the other one, where this is coming out more like, you know, with a lot of force. But I rather like that. I kind of like the way that looks. So I'm kind of hoping my spritzer stays like that. I can't guarantee it will. I can't guarantee what any of the spritzers are going to do with any of these products, including the Tim Holtz one, right? So let's put a bit of splatter on here so you can see what the splatter looks like. And I mean, these are great for, they're awesome just for a background, and then go and just put some light blending on it, and then you've got a really neat background just as it is. But if you want to step it up a notch, and you've already picked up the iridescent medium that you have seen me use over and over and over, mine, I put it in a stevia bottle. I'll link some bottles for you guys, but I want you to know that an actual stevia bottle, I don't know, I think in Canada they run $16 or $17, and I've been through many of them. I have bleach, I have water. There's lots of different uses for these bottles, so I'll link some for you in case you don't have them. But the idea is they've got this nice dropper. So I filled this Inky Shimmer Resist half full of this mystery product, and then I took 2 full droppers and dumped it in there, and then gave it a little shake, and I have got the most beautiful shimmer in here. Let me spray it. I'll spray it, and then I will splatter it to show you. So as you can see, this one is coming. I can actually see it going 2 different ways, and I'm sure you could clean this part of the nozzle, and I'm sure you could even take a little pin, and you could probably get a little bit of gunk out of there. Okay, there was a little bit, and then now it's spraying quite nicely actually. So maybe if you want them to stay spritzy, then just wipe your little spritzers there after each use. But I didn't spray the back of this one either. But this one here, and I got the little gunk on the top of it, but that's okay. So it's got that nice iridescent spray splatter mica type thing in it, so it's absolutely beautiful, and it does splatter up quite nicely as well. So imagine this on your night skies and galaxy backgrounds when the little clear dots on the white cardstock are shimmery, right? That is going to be awesome. Now, as much as I love my iridescent medium, I am obsessed with champagne mist. Okay, Sukiniko makes this. I'm still trying to find this online for you guys, but right now in Canada, it's in the Stampin' Up! Clearance rack. So I will link it for you. And in your prospective countries, just go to stampinup.com for the States, maybe UK for the UK. I'm not sure. Sorry if I messed that up, but I had to make a champagne mist one. Now, if you look here, I don't know if it's going to show up too well on the video, but this one here is the iridescent medium, and this one here is the champagne. The iridescent medium has a very nice silvery kind of shimmer mica, okay? This one here has more of a champagne colored. So it's not gold and it's not brass. It's that very, very soft champagne. And what I love about it, especially my splatters, is when it hits the paper, it just twinkles. It's so, 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 so pretty. So I will do the champagne for you. I'll give it a spray at the top, and I didn't spray it with water again. I'm going too fast and not thinking about what I'm doing, but a few splatters here. And then I've actually got a couple dry ones I can show you. So there you have the wet one. I mean, and it dries pretty much exactly the same. So here's the shimmer on white. I'm not sure how much of that shimmer you're going to get, but there's the shimmer, the iridescent medium. Here is on white. I scored this wrong, hence why it ended up in the scraps bin. But there is your champagne, and that is all dry, and it is just so pretty. Here's the iridescent on colored cardstock. and the champagne on colored cardstock. So those are all going to be shiny when they dry. If you want to take your mat and add some shimmer or whatnot, by all means, knock yourself out. Well, not literally, but you know what I mean. You can also take some Pearl-Ex mica powder. Go to Amazon. I'll actually link the Let's Resin mica powder that I use. I use it for my resin products, but you could absolutely put some of those in there. Any of the shimmers that you guys have picked up in the past to go with all of my Inky splatters and sprays and stuff like that will absolutely work there. So now it is time to reveal what this product is. Before I move on, I just want to ask a favor of you really quick. I don't ever ask for people to subscribe to my channel. Rarely do I even ask for you to like. I have those little indiscreet little things that pop up, but I'm going to ask you to help me out because we are drawing near to the end of 2021 and I am not far off from 25,000 Inky friends. So if you'd like to be an Inky friend and you think you want to come back to the channel for more fun, informative videos, definitely look down there and give me a thumbs up and subscribe while you're there, and I will see you again in the future. And it is gloss varnish made by Liquitex. Like I said, I have another brand I bought on Amazon, but it yellowed. So I did a lot of research because I found this one not only at Staples in Canada, but at Michael's. Now, Michael's was out of this one at the time, and this is very, very important. There's another Liquitex Basics Acrylics Gloss Varnish that has an orange label, and it's the professional version. And I went pretty deep and I did a lot of research on the Liquitex website, on a few of the forums, and for what we're doing, you don't need the professional. If you're into other kinds of crafts and you use Liquitex Basics Acrylic and you know what the professional does, then by all means use that. But it is kind of more expensive, and you're almost negating the difference in the price because the other one is much more money. So I will link this for you. I'd probably have to link it on Amazon. I'll check and see if Blick has it, but this is definitely your product. Make sure it has the pink label. If you choose a different gloss varnish and you choose different bottles, you may want to expect different results than you saw here today. And then there's the mats. So they're both the same size bottle. At Staples, these are under $9, and they're a little more at Michael's actually, but hey, you've got that 30% off coupon. So this one for $11.95 or one of these for under $9. Invest in some bottles, and the bottles, you can use these for tons of other things that you see me concocting on my channel. So be sure to check out that DIY Distress Oxide spray, and I'll actually link my playlist for Inky concoctions. So till I see you again, take care and happy stamping.